My name's Julie Harris. I'm a vision scientist at the University of St Andrews, and when I say I'm a vision scientist, what I mean is I study how both our eyes and our brain allow us to perceive and interact with the world. One of the things that I study in particular is how we see the world in 3D. Some of you might have seen these glasses before. They're kind of like the things you wear if you're going to see a 3D movie. And when I look at this 3D picture over here, I can see this pine cone leaping out at me in depth. We study how the brain allows us to see these rich, detailed, three-dimensional world that we live in, and also how we interact in it. Some of the work we do involves understanding how people walk around and how they use their vision so as not to bump into things. There's two different ways of answering that question. One is an evolutionary one. Why would we need to? One of the reasons we might need to is evolutionarily we're a predatory animal. We might need to hunt other animals. And if one of those animals is sitting really still and hiding in the long grass, it's not moving. But our binocular 3D vision allows us to look past that camouflage and see the shape of that animal. Another reason, it's about the anatomy and the way the brain works. We have two forward-facing eyes, and that allows slight differences between the two eyes' views to be processed by the brain and turned into a depth signal. Many animals have the ability to see in 3D. There are lots of animals with forward-facing eyes. Humans, apes, monkeys, but also cats. Predatory animals can use binocular information to see in 3D. But actually there's another way of seeing in 3D. If you close one eye, I don't suddenly see you disappear into a two-dimensional world. So there's actually lots of sources of information about 3D that are not binocular, and almost all animals, I suggest, can probably perceive the world in 3D in some ways using some of those sources of information. There are many advantages. We live in a 3D world and almost all animals move around in it. If you want to move around in 3 dimensions without bumping into things, then your brain has to do some sort of computation to allow you to perceive that 3D world. Disadvantage? It requires a lot of brain processing power. So there's a lot of energy involved in seeing in 3D.
Places like the spinal cord and the brainstem, they're reasonably accessible.